Hello, hello, hello. Okay, we already know I'm all over the place this morning, but it's okay. It's okay. We are, like I say, every time we get on here, we're here. Okay. How you guys doing? How's it been going? What we got going on this week?
Well, I'm good. I'm just working, getting back into the groove of things, and getting back on track. That's where I am.
Right, right. Miss
I'm
Sheila.
good. I'm good. All is well with me.
Okay, okay. Me too. Everything is good. I'm just still learning and loving life, I guess is what I would say. We waiting for Miss, well, we're not waiting for Miss LaFay, so hopefully she gets that link and she get on here. So we have Nala that's already on. Hey Nala, thank you for getting in here.
I
Uh,
don't know if it's your volume or mine, but I can barely hear you.
Mine has been acting crazy. Like I can hear y'all really good.
Well, you're you low, but maybe it's mine.
It's probably me because I've been doing it all week. Can you hear me? Look, Latrice. Okay. Um, and we have Glenda is in here. So hello to Glenda. Um, Joyce Barton is on here, and we have Tracy Cheney that's already on here as well. So hey, you
Hey,
guys,
Hi,
everybody.
ladies.
thank you guys for joining me. So Sheila, did it pick up some when I changed my volume? I'm going to give me another microphone or
My
something.
volume is as high as it go, and it's usually loud, but it's not.
Yeah, I'm
It could
changing
be
it.
a tech. You know what? It could be a technical glitch. That could be a trick of the enemy to want to distract us. So, can the people watching hear us? Can you all hear us?
Y'all hear us? Now just said she's watching. Can y'all hear us? I've been having problems all week. So if y'all can let us know. Keita says she can hear just fine.
Okay.
Well,
So I guess we're good on that. I just want to make sure that we can be here. Tracy says yes, she can hear us. So we're good on that. I'm just waiting to see. Did LaFay did she get the thing? Do you know,
I don't
Tracy?
know if she got it, but it was sent to her.
Okay, okay.
Let me
So
tell her.
okay, okay. So we're waiting for her to get in. Not necessarily waiting for her to get in, but I do want to check in with her, see how she's going. I know we're all busy. Joyce Barton says loud and clear, so they can hear us. Uh,
Awesome.
LaFay says she's trying to get on. That's what she just sent me. So you guys, we're gonna get going here in just a second. But anyway, while we wait for everybody to get here, today is my birthday. It's my birthday. It's my birthday.
whose birthday?
My birthday.
It's
Ah,
Gabrielle's birthday today. Y'all help us say happy birthday, happy
happy
birthday.
birthday! Happy,
So,
happy, happy birthday!
listen, the plan was that I created the graphic and I was in the process of uploading it this morning.
Right.
And then it was time to get on live. So, to all of our Connect Up followers and woman to woman, I know you're watching as well. You will see the happy birthday official graphic soon today once we are done. But drop your happy birthday greetings in the comments while we are on today so she can read them live.
Yes, it's my birthday. There
Happy
she is.
birthday! Yay! Good morning.
Thank you, Glenda Bourne. So yes, we're celebrating my birthday today. We having I got some things playing with my hoodie, but outside of that, I like to play low and chill out some on today. So yeah, it is. It is my birthday. Thank you, Nyla. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. So
Happy birthday to ya. Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
thank you,
Right, we
thank you, thank you.
have our own party right here.
Right here. Okay, so one of the things that I first of all, I'm glad everybody's doing fine. Everybody is wonderful, and we're just moving right along with life as we should. But one of the things, the show that aired last week was on forgiveness. It was on forgiveness. It wasn't the adversity. I changed it. It ended up being the forgiveness show. But as I often hear once the shows go off when I talk to different ones, is that um y'all needed a little more time. Like, you went off too fast, or you went off, whatever, that leaves us kind of hanging. So I hear that from quite a few people. But I wanted to make sure that today we kind of go back into some of that, and I'm sure there'll be some new things said as usual. But just understanding for us, even as we had those discussions, the importance of forgiveness in our lives, and how we have to make sure that's manifest if we want the full benefits or the blessings that come along with being in a relationship with the Lord, for one, and with others. And so for me, forgiveness is, it's always something I think we should be practicing and ongoing, because people are always doing crap. Okay. And so we have to figure out, okay, how do I get over that? And sometimes it's the smallest things that blow up into these big things because we didn't deal with it while it was small. And address it. I was talking to, I think, Nala last night, and so I was kind of on the tangent of, and I shared this before, that when there's something that seems to be that agitate my spirit or bothers me, or even if I see it online, I have a way of making that little piece right there, be like, okay, I don't know why I'm agitated or why it's bothering me, but I don't want daggers from it. I don't want to feel a certain way that I'm not supposed to feel. So sometimes I may stop getting your feed on my page, or I don't necessarily used to be on Facebook. You had to unfriend everybody if you didn't want to see nothing, or block them. But now you don't. You just unfollow them and not see the foolery or the fakery that people post. And sometimes that bothers me. And so one of my ways of dealing with not even get myself in a position to have to ask God to forgive me for some foolishness, for one, is to pull that
Call that protecting your space and your peace.
exactly. That's a good way to
Yeah.
put it, Sissy, is
Yeah.
that you figure out how to protect your space, your peace, and what's going on with you. What are some of the tactics you guys use when you're trying to protect yourself, from the daggers and the things? Because some of them are going to get in there. We already know that. But what are some of the things you do when you see something is coming on, and you're saying, no, 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 that would not have a part of my life. I would not have to go say, God, ask them to forgive me, and I don't need to forgive them, because I'm not going to let it's going this far and no further.
Yeah. I think for me, I just use boundaries, and then once you understand where another person is and where you are, you understand, okay, this is as far as I can go with this person. This is, I can't have certain conversations with them. I can't be in certain spaces with them. And it's not because I have anything against you or because I'm holding a grudge, but I'm not gonna put myself in a position where I gotta ask God to forgive me because I'm feeling some type of way because you
Yeah,
did such and such. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna do that. So boundaries are good for us, and they work not just because, oh, I gotta protect my space and my person and all that, but it's protecting that place within us that
yeah,
we know can get easily jacked up.
easily.
If something happens, and then knowing who you are, knowing your triggers. If you know
Right.
something might trigger you, hey, don't put
Yeah.
yourself in that space.
Yes.
Don't
Yeah.
put yourself in that space where you know
That's
you're going to
right.
be triggered. You
Yeah.
know you're going to be in a place where you're ready to give somebody some business when you didn't even have to.
You didn't
Yeah.
have to. That's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
for me, that's my way of protecting my space. And I
Mm-hmm.
think the key thing, like you're saying, and I say it almost part of every show, is that we have to assess ourselves to see where we are
Where
and
we
we
are.
need to do that instead of like, oh, it's
Mm-hmm.
okay. No, I know when I'm feeling a certain way, and I have to deal with that then. I can't let it
And
fester
be honest about it.
and be honest
Yeah.
about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the same way. I just like when something start agitating me, I just cut it off real quick. I'm just like, oh no, I won't look at it. I won't.
Right.
I'm like you. Look, 30 days cut you off, but
Yes. Yes.
whatever, especially if it's on that. But I just decide that I don't have to, because it's me and I got to protect my own self and my spirit. So
Yes.
then I just don't even turn it on. I don't look at it. I don't even give the opportunity if you know what it's about, I don't even give them an opportunity to even feed me anything.
Right.
So I
Right.
just like,
Right.
nope, done with that.
Right. Right. So that's how I know I am. And that's been a protector for me, for real. Like that has worked. That has worked for me. So LaFay?
Well, I think for me, I am one that is basically about the same. I set the boundaries as well, and then just I don't deal with it. Because you have a choice. We have a choice whether we want to get involved with mess or not.
Right.
Yeah.
And most of the time, we know an individual. We know what an individual, by us all being women of God and having his spirit dwell in us, we know when something is not sitting well with our spirit.
Right.
Yeah.
So, so if something is not sitting well with my spirit, it's a cutoff. It's just like,
Right.
okay,
Right.
or I know how to handle that person.
Handle it better.
You know
Yeah.
how to move. You know how
I
to
know how
move,
to
don't you?
move with that. I know how to guide my conversations. I
Right.
know what to say, what not to say. I know how to guide it. Because,
Right.
sometimes people will come to you and this is not going to go well. You know what their really intention is. And
Yes.
so you find yourself in that space anyway. They don't want to beyond your boundary.
Right.
And then sometimes they'll send other people, they'll come with other people telling what the person done said. And so
Right.
you have to know how to conduct and be like, oh, okay, well, God bless them.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
My husband posted up there, but go ahead.
yeah.
But,
So
yeah.
that's what I do. I kind of try to guard my space. I have become more and more aware. And then especially in this season that we all four are walking in, I think we have to be, because people will try to divide us, what they call divide and conquer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna befriend Sheila to get next to Gabrielle.
Right. Right.
I'm gonna befriend LaFay to get next to Latrice.
Right.
And so we have to be wise in that. So that's one thing. If anybody ever comes saying anything about you all to me, my first reaction is I can't do that, because we part of the Connect Up squad.
We cannot do
We
it.
can't engage in
We
that.
can't
So
engage in that.
Listen. I'm telling you, I'm the one for that one right there. Come over here if you want to, because we have to. This going to what LaFace said. We have to learn how to protect those that we are in covenant connection with.
yes,
Yes.
yes,
You have
yes,
to protect your covenant. And
Yes.
yes,
listen, if you're bold enough to walk up to me and say something about
You
somebody
better.
I'm in
Bold
covenant with,
enough
then
to,
baby, you want
yes.
what I'm about to give you.
Yes.
yes.
I think
Period.
we have to be able to do that if we're going to say we're coming. That's what everybody else is listening to. If you're in those
Yes.
relationships, then you have to figure out how you're going to protect that.
Yes.
And I'm
Yes.
saying these are the relationships that God has given me. Then I don't care what you do outside of that. I don't care how you do it. I'm good here. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
yes,
in essence, then the people outside, I'm glad you brought that in, but the people outside now, you got to deal with your own mess because you been messy.
yes,
You know what I'm
You
saying?
being
Yeah.
messy.
You're not
Yeah.
gonna pull us in. I think, like you guys are saying, that you learn how to protect your own space.
Yourself. Yeah.
yes,
And then that allows us to, even if we're in covenant with each other, then we learn to speak up, and that
yes,
you're not, because first of all, the fact that you even tried to bring me something, I'm appalled. But for
yes,
That
the
part.
most part, it's not that. I think for me, and you guys can attest to this because we don't kind of went off, but I think that for me, I'm not often approached about stuff like that. So nobody comes
Me either.
at me, but it's the
Me either.
sad stuff,
That's what I'm saying. The side thing. They
It's the
don't come
side stuff.
directly.
You're not
They
gonna come
just kind
to
of
me.
easy to
It's kind of easing around, but you're not gonna come directly and say, because I'm just like, Latrice, I'm just gonna say, like, we ain't doing it,
yeah,
because I'm not doing it. I want God to bless what He has given us. And
yeah,
I want Tracy says, I carry myself in a way to where people know that I am not with the nonsense. And if you bring it, I have no problem telling you that that is not my flow. Exactly. That's what
exactly.
we're saying. If you bold enough to bring it, then
You
you need
better
to
be.
be bold enough to get what I'm gonna put on the table. And we got to not
Absolutely.
Yes,
be shy about it to say, like, well, I didn't want to hurt that.
Oh,
No, ma'am. They were bringing problems and division. So the only way,
Mm-hmm.
y'all already know, I feel to shut down division is to deal with it head on and be done with it. So don't come
Yeah.
to me with
yes,
no stuff. And I think as women, this is important that we understand that we don't carry it from one place to the next
To another.
and keep it rolling on and on.
yes,
Don't be
Yeah.
shy about shutting it down. Shut it down.
Shut it down.
Period.
All the
Because
way
I'm not
down.
gonna let you plant a seed of
No,
division where there is not one already. I'm not
no,
gonna let you
no,
plant that seed. I'm not gonna give that seed time to even grow
right,
in
Yeah.
something that I know. First of all, you're probably wrong.
right.
Second of all, that's your issue with them, not mine.
not mine.
You're not gonna try to put your issue over here on me. Oh, I just want to tell yourself. Deal with yourself.
Coming over here, I'm not doing it. So I think that's really important for women, especially because it just is, because we're already emotional and we like, we just like those connections. But
Yes,
I think sometimes, and I sit back often and watch the motive of people. Like, what is that? You know, what are you really
And
doing?
God will allow you to discern the motive.
And
Yes,
he
he
will
will.
allow you to discern the moment. So I would say to anybody, you know, on here that has those connections, and what, like she said, don't let it fester. As well, Lakita was like, "That's good. You right, Lakita. That is good. We have to
Yeah.
we have to talk about this, because let's just be honest. Even since we've had Connect Up, we've had a couple of things happen that would be like, if we weren't mature enough to handle it ourselves, to know, oh, that don't look right, you know, or maybe there's something behind that. And I'm quick to say, now, I don't know everything, but I just know I don't feel right. You know what I'm saying? So, and I have to go with that. And so I would say for any person, and you need the people that you connect up with, because we need each other.
Yes.
But you can't sustain a relationship that you're not willing to protect.
That's right. That's right.
Come on now, that's good.
Now that's
right.
real good.
You just can't do it. I think about how dare anybody to come to me and think they're going to say something about Mr. Barton.
Woo, Mr. Boykins either. Come on now. Come on. No. Now I might can say something. Now I can say what I want to.
You better sit there. You know what I'm saying?
I can say what I want to about Mr. Boykins.
And we've had those conversations. There have been times when Mela Faye had to sit down and we was talking, and she be like, "What you think?" Now you open the door for me to respectfully.
Yeah.
This is what I'm trying to figure out. You know, whatever. But it wouldn't. I don't think I ever attacked a person that you guys were connected with. More so, okay, look at you and see what you think about it. You know, assess what you think about it, because that's not what I'm used to seeing from you. Because most of the time, and I'll understand, it ain't about the other person no way. It's about us anyway. You know,
about my life.
About my life. So you're not finna say nothing out the way to me. I know your connect, Latrice, you and Lakita. You know what I'm saying? So somebody come to you, think they're going to talk sideways about Lakita, baby, you need to be sat down somewhere to say, hey, we ain't doing it. You know, whatever, because we have to
gonna be a whole problem.
We have to,
a whole problem.
It's a whole problem. And so we need to get like that. I think we need to, Kay says, say it, baby.
Kay says, say that.
So I think as women, honestly, we need to get to that point. We haven't always been there.
No.
You know, and there are people that we didn't like because somebody else just didn't like them. You know, we don't even know the story.
Didn't even know them.
We don't know. We just don't know it. You know what I'm saying? Like said, vice versa, Tracy. And we didn't know it. So I think for women, I think this is very important that we protect those divine relationships that God has given us.
Absolutely.
I think that's so important because, like you said, I'm having a little trouble with my internet, y'all. So if I feel, I don't know, it keeps going in and out.
We can hear you though. We can hear you.
Okay. But as women, sometimes, you know, because the world expects women not to get along, to fight, to have cat fights.
Right.
And one of the things that we came in covenant with when we started this, that we were going to change that. You know, we're going to change that because women can work together. We can come together and have a pure, good relationship and do things together and not be at odds against each other, and don't allow somebody else to come in and tear up what you started. You know, and that's the thing. And it's sad because we should be able to work together. We should be able to come together and say, listen, girl, I'm feeling this right here, and I don't know, it might not be nothing, but I'm feeling this, look, down in my shana. And so we just need to talk about this. And I think that's something we should be able to do. We should be able to connect up and say, look, I feel close enough to you that I can be honest with you and say this. Now, if I come to you, then, like you said, I should be able to take the correction of it. But we should be able to work together. Men do it all the time. Women, it's just such a jealous spirit that comes in and try to tear everything up. And we are talking about unforgiveness. And if something does happen, then we should be able to forgive, especially if God put us together.
Exactly. And I'm like you, that it's a big thing. And sometimes I've often wondered, why is it like that with us? But I don't know, but I just know that women are powerful. And
Yes.
when we put our forces together to do things that we feel in our spirit, we can do amazing,
Amazing thing.
things. I like now Beyonce sang this song. I don't listen to her every day or nothing like that, but she sang a song and she talks
You
about
did, it's your business.
it's,
Yeah.
that's my business. But she sings a song where she says, "Who else can make the money? Bear your children and then
Yes.
get back to business." Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like who does that? Like, I don't know. Like, my husband got a cold, bless his heart, and baby, he out for the count sometimes. But we can carry so much.
Women. Yeah.
Yes.
Women
Yeah.
can carry so much and do so much that we are so powerful. I see Glenna said, well said. Lakita goes,
Many do not, and Lakita said, many do not understand how powerful this is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Tracy Chandler said, we as women have to work on being able to trust each other to have those conversations.
Trust
that's
is
a
a
good
big
point.
factor.
That's
Trust
it.
is a big factor.
We have to work on it. Like, it just doesn't happen. So, like I said, when I'm seeing stuff or something that's irritating me, I'm purposely putting parameters in place to protect what I have. You know what I'm saying, or where I am. So it's work. None of this just flops out to you and it's yours. All this requires work at the end of the day. So I just, what Glenda Boy said, y'all bringing it today. So it takes work. And I think sometimes when we come back around and have those conversations, sometimes we don't even know why we angry. You know, we don't even know why. I've had years go by, even with family things. And I think now as we cut the curve, it's like, now why we wasting so many years?
Yeah.
Yes.
I
And
think
we
too,
miss out on
we
so
all
much.
mature in different areas and we
Mature, yeah.
grow, and then you be thinking, dang, that was petty. What in the world?
What in
Even
the
if that
world?
other person don't mature, we've matured. You know,
We
I
mature.
matured. And we're thinking that was so petty. Oh my God.
So petty. And so when you think about that, it's just, we can do it. You know, we can pull ourselves together and we can make the change. And we have said as this KonnectUP team that we will be the example of that. You know,
Yes.
we will be that and be able to have those conversations, you know, where if I didn't agree or you didn't agree or whatever, okay, we're gonna say we gotta say, and we good. You know, we're
We're gonna keep it moving.
we're gonna keep
We're gonna keep
Yeah.
you know, good. And I think that that's something that our women need to understand, is that you can have it. And if you're going to have a quality relationship, you have to have it. Because look here, some of that stuff we talking about, we get forgiving folk for, it ain't even nothing. Like, you need to pull yourself together and move on and figure out how can, some of this is that we needed to grow up. There are genuine things that we have had to forgive others for, and we have had to forgive ourselves for. I cannot dismiss that, because there are. But then the flip side of that is that I think sometimes, y'all, we just needed to grow up.
We need to grow up. Yeah.
Tracy.
That's it.
We need to put away childish things and move on to maturity.
Baby. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And stop wasting time. That's what we're doing when we can't pull ourselves together to move forward. Then you're just mocking time, which is wasting. You're just wasting time. You're just wasting time. I'm gonna share this right quick. I had Chris and I went out to dinner with a couple the other night. So, and we're still very particular about our time and space anyway. So you better act right or we won't be back. But so we went out to eat. Nala says, yes, grow up. I agree. But we went out to eat, and so some things I was talking about business wise, that, you know, they do certain things, and I was like, I need them to redo something for me and what have you. And so it was agreed upon that they would. I said, well, look into it for me. So they went back, and this is just talking about friendships too. And so they went back and sent over to me what the amount would be for the proposal for what they were going to do. The whole story is it already had been done, so you weren't gonna have to rewrite anything. You just had to put it back in a package and send it back off. Okay. So please tell me why you're charging me the whole fee again, like you shouldn't have to rewrite the whole thing again. Because you're not. you need to pull it up because I let it go out and expire and send it back in so I can put it back on the record.
Yeah.
Now I know I got to pay the filing fee, but why I'm paying you the whole squawk again, whatever and stuff. So I just couldn't. Chris and I began to talk about that, and so we began to say, okay, we call ourselves friends, but that's not friendship to me, because I would have never did anybody like that. To me, that also goes back to character.
Yeah.
And integrity.
And integrity. And I was like, "Say that don't fit right with me." And so I said, well, we know where to put them. We know where they sit. And so all this time, we've been trying to be accepting, give you breaks. Oh, it's okay. Well, maybe they just got to get this together. We're at a point in our life now where we say, you know what? Take a sat over there because that's where you belong. I see it for what it is, and that's with any relationship that we're having. Assess it, look at it real good. Don't make it something that is not, because you're just gonna put your own self in deeper trouble, deeper hurt, pain, whatever, because you didn't feel like you should have been treated that way. So in essence, I just responded back and said, hey, I got it. I'll let you know if I want to move forward, but thank you. And I contacted somebody else who is actually having to do the whole thing because they don't have the paperwork, and they still charging me like $300 or $400 less than what this person is charging me, and they having to do the whole walkthrough. You know what I'm saying? But I think that as friends, and I'm not one to go ask for cut me favors and cut me deals and blah 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 blah. I pay the fee. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. If you do something for me, I'd be like, okay, tell me what it is. I'll pay it. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand business, and I think that business on my end requires integrity to you, even if I'm getting the services from you. I'm okay with that. But the scope of this was different for me. And so I'm like, I would have never did that to anybody. And then to go to somebody that's got to do the whole thing from scrap. And I know this is what they do too. And they still are able to give me better. And then
and we're talking about friends, though. We're talking about
friends, supposedly.
And see, sometimes I love Tracy says it's hard to do business with friends and family, and it is. It really is. And you want to support friends and family, but sometimes they just won't let you. They won't let you do it. And
my husband gets on to me all the time because I'll pick people, who I know and stuff, and he'll always say, and I'm ready to move with it. I'm ready to go. He said, no, you always get 2 or 3 quotes. I'm like, but no, that's my friend. They're gonna do that. He said, always calling somebody your friend. He said, and that's one thing that he taught me. He said, like y'all, like you were saying, Gabrielle, put them, now you know them, put them in the place where they go. Right. You work with these people. These are not your friends. These are the people who you work with. Right. These
sometimes you just have to handle them with a long spoon.
Yeah.
Handle them with a long spoon.
Yes. And for us, we're finding now, because people know the business, that sometimes they are trying to take advantage of it, but it's so sad because I don't take advantage of somebody's services. Like, I would pay you for your service. I think LaFay is the specialist in HR. We already know that. And so, some stuff she's getting done for our agency. Well, the first thing I said was, when she started doing it, she hadn't said nothing about no money. She ain't said I'll charge you, and I knew it was gonna be time consuming. So I, out my mouth, said I'm gonna pay you. Like, this is what you do. Like, and that's just to me, that's just integrity. That's just character. That's just doing the right thing. But business, like Tracy said, business is business, and it is. So if I'm up on the mind, I don't mind paying you. I don't call nobody saying, can you give me no favor? Can you cut me a break? No, whatever it is. Now, if you decide I'm gonna do this for you, that's on you. But I don't call saying, give me a favor, give me a break, cut this out. No, boo, it's business, and so that's what we are. But I'm saying all that to say that and I know we for each other do it, like I said, I'm gonna pay, I'll pay, whatever we got to do. We don't try to short each other, No. Right. Okay, what is it? This is what we need to do. If I want to do something from my heart, that's on me. You don't owe me for that, but that's on me. But I'm just saying too, also make sure that, the friends you have, they do respect and honor what you do as well. And you'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? Because if we don't do that, that leads to another piece of us needing to forgive somebody because they did us wrong in business. Baby, wrong in business and money ain't no joke.
But it's
That's
kind
a
of like
wrong.
what Pastor K said. She said we can be a person friend, and they are not our friend.
And not our,
Ooh.
that's what I said. Chris said he ain't our friend. He keep talking. I'm his best. Chris don't say nobody. He said I'm his best friend, but they be saying he is. He said, I ain't their best friend. And I said, well, you his best friend. He go with you. You just don't go with him. Like,
And that's how Daniel did me one time. I was best friends with this lady. Well, we worked together with football, and so him and Daniel coached the husband, and so every time me and the wife would get together to do something, I would think Daniel would get with the husband. He said, that's not my friend. He said, y'all two are friends. He said, but that's not my friend. He said, we coach together. He said, we don't hang out. He said, what do we do other than coach? He said, y'all are friends. Me and him is not friends. You can't make me be friends with him.
right,
So,
right.
like I said, I learned a lot from him because he's more like Gabrielle and Latrice. He just straight to the point. He does not play, he's not going to beat around the bush. And he just flat out told me, stop doing that because that is not my friend.
Exactly.
You can't make him be friends because y'all two were friends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I want to say too that for everybody that's listening to us, that put these people where they go. I used to always say I had a circle. So you had the inner circle, then you got another circle, then you got another circle just going out.
Yes,
and I think that everybody can have a place somewhere on that circle, but some of them may be sitting way out there on the last circle.
And that's what some of them are, for real. Yeah. I mean, just to be the truth about it, I guarantee you, if we all would really sit down, baby, and like you say, do them circles, and then think about it. Some of these people who think that they in our inner circle, and we think that they in a circle until we really sit down.
And so this, I think, for me, my eyes are like, no, you ain't who you pretended to be. Whatever and stuff, and putting people where they belong to protect your peace. I love this one that Tracy says they can be familiar with you and not give you your worth.
Yes. Come on. Yes. And that's the main thing.
And come on, can I ask what Tracy said? Yes, they can be familiar. They can be familiar with you, and they can think they know what you do. So they have assigned a work to you, and they have no clue on the backside what it takes for you to do what you do.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So they are reducing your worth, but I'm not reducing
based upon their understanding. Their limited understanding.
So I'm going to say, everybody, you need to know who you are, what you stand for, and assess yourself for what you're willing to take, what you're not willing to take, and surround yourself with the right people. And trust that when you begin, I'm assessing people around me, and I'm putting them I'm putting them things where they belong, okay? Because you are not finished. Because I'm telling you something, baby, God is expanding our territory and stuff, and I don't have to be connected with nobody. Take advantage of what He's doing for me and not value the worth of our friendship.
Or don't see the vision.
Or don't see the vision. I don't have time for none of this.
Don't see the vision.
No,
you can't see the bigger picture. You can't see where God is taking me to, you to, nobody to. No. You still stuck in that small mentality, and we're trying to go beyond that. We allow Him to expand the territory, and you still stuck there. You just see for every positive I see, you see a negative. Something wrong with that.
They might see two negatives.
Yes, something wrong with that.
Well, sometimes
they just don't see it at all, y'all. They be like, "Oh, I just don't see that."
And we know.
Well, you don't have to.
Sometimes it's jealousy too.
Yes.
I mean, and it don't have to be, because you would just give them. You know what I'm saying? You have such a good heart, and you would just help anybody, really. So there's no reason for anybody to be jealous of anything that anybody does. It's just that's just the way they see you. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy sometimes how people see and hear.
So we got to grab hold of what is in our spirit and what we know God is doing for us, and let nobody shake us. And so I'm challenging y'all today, go back, look at your friend list, baby, assess that thing, because if you're ready to move and do some things, you need to be connected with the right.
Right. People.
You know what? I think that this is, even though this has not gone the way we thought, but I
It
think
don't never.
it was so the Holy Ghost, you know, it was so
Yes,
God.
yes.
Right.
Because I think even on the flip side of it, how, you know, some people are bolder than others, and so I think this show or this session will mature people, is what I'm
Yes.
saying,
Mhm.
because it will
Yes.
cause them to think, well, wait a minute, I know I've been feeling something in my
Some kind of way.
heart, but
Yes.
I
Yeah.
didn't know how to deal with it. And
Yes.
you
Mhm.
know, because I'm telling you, there's a broad spectrum of people, and some people have, it's easy for them to talk to people in boldness, and then it's some people are shy, or they feel like they don't know their worth, what we've already said,
Right.
and
Right.
they don't feel like they can talk to people that
Right.
I'm a Christian and I can't stand up, I
Yeah.
can't say that to somebody, or I
Girl.
can't do that. And that's a lie of the devil, a trick of the enemy, would let anybody think that you can't stand up for
Oh,
yourself.
yes.
You can't stand up for yourself. So you're right. So I think that anytime, like you're saying, Sheila, anytime we come on and we're talking, or definitely when it flips, there's a reason for the flip, you
For the
know.
flip.
And what we do, we just go right on with it. Like, okay, God,
Somebody grow up.
if this what you gonna do, I like
Guard your peace.
baby every day. It says
Yeah.
that is why Jesus wasn't able to give blessings in his own hometown.
It said it.
Mhm. Yeah,
Jealous,
he said it.
he
He said, "I
jealous.
can only
Jealousy is
do
cruel.
a few miracles."
Baby, that's why he took me out my hometown, because you know, just so limited. No, I'm just playing. No, I really felt like my place was elsewhere. I've always felt
Yes.
that, you know, and so
Mhm.
I had to,
Yeah.
you know,
Isn't it amazing how some people receive you and they just act like you just pure gold, and then your family and the way you live, they just like you ain't got nothing to say. That
What
ain't
you
nothing.
talking
And
about?
then you can just go next door or just over to the next street and they just love you.
exactly crazy. So I've learned,
I'm
like
talking
Tracy,
about the next street, not even the next town.
not even the next town.
The next street, might not even the next street, 2 houses over.
Come on.
Pastor K says, stop confusing acquaintance with friends. Friends, true. They're
True.
acquaintances. I'm gonna read. I saw somebody post this on their page today, and I said, "Oh, okay." It says in Mark 2, Jesus healed a paralyzed man because of his friend's faith. This is why it matters who you hang out with.
Wow,
Ooh,
that's good.
that's real
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I
Because
love that story right there.
if you down in the dirt, that's your mindset thinking, I'm trying to go to the next expand and go, baby. I can't get nothing done fooling with you. So y'all really, really, really take your time, assess the people that you're connected with. Are they positive? Is it positive? Is it pouring into you to get you to where you're trying to be? Is there give and take, iron sharpening iron? What do you have with that person?
Yes, yes, yes,
What do you
yes.
have with that person? And so for us women, I'm saying again, this is huge, huge for us, because we'll smile in your face and go right out the door and say something horrific about you and lie on you. And like you said, we've already experienced some little undercurrents,
Yes.
you know, and what's so funny, we always come back and say, well, now let's talk about it. You know, we had
Yeah.
that, you know, we have that conversation. The
Mhm.
post I just read, Glue said she read that and she just reposted it. It's true. Who you connect up with is everything. I don't even know another way to say it, baby. It's everything, you know. And
Yeah.
so that's important, to be with people that are trying to go somewhere. I'm not saying they have to have everything, but they're striving to
They
move forward
striving and moving in that direction.
and moving in that
Yeah.
direction. And so that's it for me. If you guys got anything else you want to share before I close us out, but I'm glad that we hit this topic today for women, because this is important. Like we just can't keep skipping over it like it don't happen. And I'm telling you one thing about it. It ain't just happening in the unsaved, it's happening in the saved. You know what I'm
Yes, it
saying?
is.
Oh,
Yes,
We want to
yes.
act like, oh, we got it all together. And we know we ain't.
mhm.
We sometimes the messiest
Worse.
people that I have seen. Like
Oh
and
my Lord, yes.
and it's so horrible. Like we're all crabs at the bottom of the barrel. You know, barrel trying to pull each other. But baby, you know, if we all work together, you push, I push, she
Mm-hmm.
push, she push. We gonna all come up out that barrel. You
That's
know,
Yes.
right. That's
but
right.
I just want to say that it is important. I don't care if your friend's a Christian or they're not a Christian. You need to be able to assess where you are
Yes.
and what's going on with them, and know what you need to do. Everybody that say Jesus, Jesus, baby, ain't your friend, okay?
No.
And them saying Jesus, Jesus don't make it all right for some of the stuff they do. And
That's
you
true.
just probably can't be my friend if you calling on Jesus and doing stuff, because I'm gonna tell you that ain't right. Like you should not, you know, you should not do that. Or
Nala say you better say that.
so I have seen some of the worst in the church, and
Yes,
so
Lord. Yes,
we
yes,
have
yes.
we have to address that. So with that being said, who you connect up does matter. I'm sorry, I don't connect up with everybody. I'm not trying to connect up with everybody. I'm not trying to have a barrel full of friends. I don't need no barrel full of friends, and stuff like that. I care about people. I want people to succeed. I want to help where I can.
Yes,
But that doesn't mean that everybody is my friend,
Yes.
And so, like I said, putting them where they belong in your life is gonna be key for anything that you're trying to accomplish or that you are trying to do. So that's all I have on that. We don't went over 10 minutes or so. Our 30 minutes that we normally try to do, but I just want to of course thank everybody for joining in with us.
Yes,
and you guys especially for your input, your honesty. When we get on here and share, I know I have a knack for pulling out stuff like just tell on yourself, tell everyone. Just put it on the table and say what it is, baby, because that's just how we gonna do this,
Yes.
But that, I think is what people need to hear and know, that we're all working for the same thing. Like we're trying to move ahead, and we're not trying to hold anybody back. While we do that, and like I said, my thing now is expanding territory. Like I just feel it in my heart and bones that this is something that we need to be doing. And so we're gonna push forward in that, and I will encourage anybody else to do the same thing. Move forward.
Amen.
Move forward.
Yes. And so with that being said, we love you guys. We wish you all the best.
Yes.
We thank God that you all. Let me set my space music. Wait a minute. Hold on. I gotta get that part right. Get it, girl. Hold on. I like to talk while the music playing. And so we're going out today, and we love you guys. Again, we only wish the best for all of you. We thank God that you took the time to join us today. Know that we love you and that we are praying for you. And reach out to any of us. We'll pray for you. We don't care, honey. We here. We real. We're real. Yeah. Okay. And so again, thank you guys for joining us. And we wish you all the best. Love you guys.
And always remember, connect up.
Up.